الحمد لله وحده والصلاة والسلام على من لا نبي بعده أما بعد فأعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم عن أبي هريرة رضي الله تعالى عنه قال قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم إن الله طيب ولا يقبل إلا طيبا وإنما أمر المؤمنين بما أمر به المرسلين فقال يا أيها الذين آمنوا كلوا من طيبات ما رزقناكم واشكروا لله إن كنتم إياه تعبدون وقال تعالى يا أيها الرسل كلوا من الطيبات واعملوا صالحا إني بما تعملون بصير ثم ذكر الرجل يطيل السفر أشعث أغبر يمد يديه إلى السماء يقول يا ربي يا ربي يا ربي ومطعمه حرام ومشربه حرام وملبسه حرام وغذي بالحرام فأنى يستجاب لذلك صدق الله العظيم وصدق رسوله النبي الكريم ونحن على ذلك من الشاهدين وشاكرين والحمد لله رب العالمين. Respectful brothers and elders, today I will try to put light on the importance of the halal wealth, halal food, and the curse of the haram income or haram food or haram drinks. So before I explain the verses of the Holy Quran, I recited and the hadith of the Holy Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam I narrated. I would like to tell a short story, and it's the story of King Mansur. He was sitting and he said to Abdul Rahman bin Qasim, you tell me some of your observations. Abdul Rahman said, I saw Umar bin Abdul Aziz rahimahullah. You know, he was the king of Bani Umayyah. Abdul Rahman says, I saw him dying and leaving only 17 dinars behind for his sons, and 5 dinars were spent for his burial and funeral, and 2 dinars were spent to buy the land for his grave, and 10 dinars left for his 11 children. And he says that I saw Hisham bin Abdul Malik, when he died, every one of his childs got 1 million dirham. But Abdul Rahman says, I personally saw one of the descendants of the Umar bin Abdul Aziz rahimahullah. He was sitting somewhere and he gave 100 horses in the name of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. One day, 100 horses. And he said that I observed one descendant of Hisham bin Abdul Malik, who was sitting outside of a masjid in Damishq, and he was begging from the people. So you look, a descendant of Umar bin Abdul Aziz, who even did not get 1 dinar inheritance, but he was giving 100 horses in the name of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And on the other hand, one descendant of Hisham bin Abdul Malik, who got 1 million dirham inheritance, but he was sitting outside the masjid and he was begging from the people. What is the difference? What is the reason behind this difference? So this is the topic of today's khutbah. Actually, Umar bin Abdul Aziz rahimahullah, he never fed his children with any haram or doubtful wealth, doubtful food, drink, anything. And he always used to take care of if what he was giving and what he was earning and what he was giving to his children, it was from halal resources. While at the other hand, Hisham bin Abdul Malik, he did not take care of that. So the difference we can say in this story, that the Umar bin Abdul Aziz rahimahullah, because he gave only halal to his children, so even they did not get 1 dinar, because they were 11 and dinar was 10, but the barakah was halal, that his descendants were giving hundreds of horses in the name of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. While at the other hand, those who got millions of darahim from their father, but because it was not from halal, so they were sitting outside the masjid and they were begging. So brothers, I recited and I narrated one hadith. This is the hadith narrated by Abu Hurairah radiyallahu ta'ala anhu. And the Holy Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam says in this hadith, verily, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is pure and He accepts only the pure things. And then the Holy Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam says, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has commanded the believers with what He has commanded to the messengers. And what did He command to the messengers? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in the Holy Quran, أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم يا أيها الرسل كلوا من الطيبات وعملوا صالحا. O my messengers, you eat up of the pure things and do the righteous acts. And the same has been ordered, the same thing has been commanded by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to the believers. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu kulu min tayyibati ma razaqnakum. O you who believe, you eat up of the pure things, what I have provided you with, and give thanks to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So the same thing Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has commanded to the believers and the messengers. And what is that? To eat the pure things, to eat the halal things, to use the halal income. So what will be the effect if we do not take care of, if we are earning halal, and if we are eating and drinking halal, and if we are giving halal to our kids? So the Holy Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam narrated in this hadith. The Holy Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam is giving an example of a person who is actually in constant traveling for the righteous acts like Hajj, Umrah, and the seeking of knowledge of Deen. So that person is in the traveling for these righteous act, and the Holy Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said this person is in constant traveling and disheveled hairs and dusty appearance for this traveling. But and the Holy Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said this person has extending his hands toward the sky and says, "Oh my Lord, oh my Lord, oh my Lord," and this is asking prayer. But the Holy Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam says his food is from haram wealth, his drinks is from haram wealth, and he has been nourished with haram wealth. So how his prayers can be accepted by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? So the Holy Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam actually said that if you want your prayers should be accepted by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, you will have to make sure that your food, your drinks, your everything you are using, it should be from halal resources. It should be from halal wealth. And the Holy Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said in another hadith that kullu lahmin nabata min suhtin fannar wa ulabi. Every person who has been nourished with haram, he is deserving of hellfire. And the Holy Prophet ﷺ says in another hadith, لا يدخل الجنة جسد غذي بالحرام أو كما قال النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم. Every person who has been nourished with haram wealth, haram food, will never enter the paradise. So the summary of today's khutbah is that if we want, and obviously we want, our prayers should be accepted, because if our prayers are accepted by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, then we can have everything. We can gain everything from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So if we want our prayers should be accepted, then we will have to make sure that our income is our income is halal, and our foods, our drinks, our clothes, everything we use should be from halal resources. And secondly, if we want to enter the paradise, obviously all of us want, and if we want to be successful not only in this world but also in the hereafter too, then we will have to make sure that we use only halal income, only halal food, only halal drinks. And if we do not do this, if we do not take care of this, and we are earning without paying attention if it is halal, if it is haram, and we are just paying attention to collect the money more and more and acquire the luxuries for ourselves and for our kids, then the result will be as it has been mentioned in this hadith. So this is the actually prereq for our every worship, because if our income, if our food, if our drinks, if these things are not pure, if these are not halal, then there will be question mark on our worships, on our prayers, on our fasting, on our zakat, everything we do. So I ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to bless us with tawfiq to earn only halal, to eat only halal, to drink only halal, and to wear only halal. Wa akhiru da'wana alhamdulillahi rabbil alamin.